dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome to the Golden State in the LA Coliseum for round number 1 of the All-Pro Sim Super Late Model Series King of Cali Tour. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 4 weeks, we will be in the Golden State for 4 consecutive weeks. Tonight at the Coliseum, the next 2 rounds after this will be at Irwindale, one on the inner oval and one on the outer oval. And then we're still waiting for confirmation what the 4th week will bring. Joining me tonight, though, is my good friend Corey Bodnott. And Corey, I don't know about you, but I love me some super late models on a bull ring.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be pretty good. Once again, here at probably the shortest track, and actually I do believe it is one of the shortest tracks of the iRacing service as of now.
Yes, 1/4 mile, or just under a 1/4 mile, actually, around the racing line. This is even smaller than the bull ring at Vegas. But hot lap session getting ready to come to an end. We're going to bring you qualifying as live as we can get it. The format for tonight, there's going to be the top 20 in qualifying go directly into the A main. The rest of the field will be racing for the final 6 spots in the feature, which, lucky for us, there just so happens to be 26 haulers in the parking lot, so everybody should make the A feature tonight. We will be inverting the top 8 drivers for the feature, as there goes the hot lap session, and here comes qualifying. As we bring up the timing tower, see who's going to be the first one to start rolling it. Survey says no takers yet. There we go. Christian Angel in the 51, going to be the first one to fire off. Beautiful chrome GM Goodwrench, number 51. Man, that brings back some memories of that paint scheme. Mike Ostick out on track right now in the Rowdy Energy number 18. Gleason Smith joining the crowd tonight. There he is in the 5. Eric White in the 6. Zach Coyer out on track. Ostick goes to the top. Justin Blackdeer rips one off, goes to top 4 on his first lap, gives it up on the second lap, though. That's going to cost him as Ostick goes even quicker on lap number 2. Jeff Dillon out on track. Corey, we were having a chance to take a look at the past champions of this race before we went live. None of the past champions are here tonight. Hello, Corey.
Yes.
Yeah, none of the past champions here tonight. What's your take on that one?
Yeah, I like all the ones that I'm seeing here.
Good enough. Is Trent Smith taken to the track now in that sharp-looking number 3. Love the chrome and matte black on that car. It's popped all season, and I enjoy that car. Tristan Swanson out on track in the 91. One of the few Toyotas making the call tonight. First lap for Swanson. Swanson negates. No, he doesn't. Goes 10th quick on his second lap. Kelsey Rogers out on track in the 34. He's trying to get the tires up to 10th. Nick Schumacher out on track right now in the 4. Deegan Smith, Travis Wright now rolling off pit road. Very interesting pit situation here tonight. And it's very easy on a track like this to just get flat run over. Corey Rogers out on track in the 17. Snap-on Tools with a Hoosier. You'd expect to see Hoosier on the side of that car instead of Snap-on with the purple and the silver. But he makes it work. First lap for Rogers. 3rd quick. Nice lap. Still waiting on Gleason Smith and Steve Wright to try to post times here. Actually, Gleason Smith looks like he may have negated both his laps in the 06. Or 5, actually, on the door, but being scored as the 06. And Steve Wright making his return here tonight. Got about a minute left, 14-second lap, so plenty of time to get both flyers in for Wright. But 100 laps of scheduled distance, no spare tires on pit road. No tire changes allowed. But that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on tonight because, Corey, you know as well as I do, this track loves to eat right front tires up.
Yeah, absolutely. The tires on these late models can get pretty worn down as we're closing in here on the end of qualifying. Heat racing, that's going to be a good one to watch. The one heat race they got.
Well, I don't know if they're actually going to run
it. It's a dash. It's like a dash, right?
Well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. I don't think they're actually going to run it because we're only taking 6 into the feature from the heat race, and there's only 26 cars here, with the top 20 being locked into the feature. So, the past couple of weeks, they haven't actually had to use that heat race for anything. But with there being 26 cars here tonight, they may possibly do it just to see what the lineup is going to be at the tail end of this piece. Getting right into the heat race action, let's take a look at the starting grid for that. Storkson and Schumacher going to roll it from row 1. Trent Smith and Eric Wright starting from row number 2. Gleason Smith and Steve Wright going to roll off in row number 3. And I don't see anyone gridding up yet, so they might possibly be going to skip this.
We're gonna find out here, I suppose.
So far, nobody's gridding up, so that's usually the tattletale that they're not actually going to do that. But 4 nights in California, or 4 weeks, I should say, in California. Sun, surf, sand, and some of the most beautiful women on the planet.
I'm not going to make a good comment on that.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking after the race we swing over to the Whiskey A Go Go and toast to Lemmy, former lead singer of Motorhead who passed away a couple years back. But definitely got to raise a glass of Jack to Lemmy here tonight, since we are where he called home for the final about 25 years of his life. As we are just waiting to see if anybody is going to grid up. It looks like nope. They're just trying to figure out how to skip the A feature. Pace truck's not even rolling yet. So this could get interesting.
Yeah, maybe 2 seconds here. Pace truck might roll. Not sure how they're gonna expedite this heat race.
Well, normally you got to wait for a certain amount of time to pass before you can advance the session, and so the pace truck's going to make 2 laps, then it's going to pull in, and I think they've got to wait about 30 seconds, and then they can advance the session from there. But while we're waiting for that, we're going to step away, pay a couple bills, and we'll be back right after this. And we are back at the Coliseum. Got a little 10-minute warm-up here going on. Drivers getting the final tunes into their super late models here tonight. Corey, we don't get a chance to work together enough, man.
No, not enough at all. Well, last time we did a show together was probably for the NASCAR League.
No, it was for these guys.
What? No, was it?
Yeah, it was the Myrtle Beach race a couple weeks ago.
No, I wasn't here for that.
I thought you were.
No, I've not been with you since the Sunday night NASCAR.
Yeah, that's right. You did fill in on SNN for Matt one night. I forgot about that. You're absolutely right. But yeah, man, good to have you in the booth here tonight in Cali. I need a partner in crime to supply bail money. Let's face it, LA is a wild town, or it can be a wild town. But taking a quick look at the weather conditions coming into tonight. It's hoodie and sweatpants weather here in the greater LA Metroplex. 65-degree ambient air temperature. Track temperature only 69. 27% relative humidity at sea level. I mean, these engines are going to be making max power. The cars are going to have max grip on this temporarily paved surface here at the LA Coliseum. Looks like somebody trying to take it back to the haulers, and they got that blocked off, bud. Corey Rogers picking up where he left off in qualifying. Anthony Danta running second quick right now. Mike Ostiak currently sitting in third. Just waiting on some last-minute stragglers to put their final tunes in their cars. Now, Corey, I'm assuming you've had a chance to run this car since they did the update on it.
Yeah, they made a little bit of changes on it a couple of seasons back, actually about a year ago maybe.
Mm-hmm.
On the super late models, made them a little bit more like the real-life car, so... Beforehand, it used to be a little bit of a handful to drive one of these. Now it's a little bit easier. It's still a little bit hard, especially around this track. As you see during this practice, we got a little pile-up occurring over here in turn 4.
Yep, and that's where I fear we're going to see at least a couple of times tonight. Now let me just double-check my factoids here, as I don't believe there's any fast repairs on slate for tonight. And no fast repairs available, so these guys are really going to have to take it easy in the early going. And I believe it was Richard Petty who said, in order to finish first you must finish. And you'd be surprised how many guys in the iRacing servers forget that little tidbit, because you can't win it on the first lap, but you can sure as heck make it a lot more difficult on yourself for the remainder of the night. About 4 minutes left here in the practice session. I want to thank everybody for joining us in the live chat. Thank you so much for making us part of your Monday evening. Let us know who you're pulling for tonight. We'll try to highlight your favorite driver as the night wears on. Also, if you're feeling generous, give this video a thumbs up, because it really does help share these videos with the YouTube algorithm. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more likely it is to be shared on someone's home screen when they log into their YouTube account on their cell or other mobile device or desktop, whatever you're using to view the race. You know, hey, you might like to watch this. I know I've gone back a couple of times and just turned the volume off and just watched the racing action. And I don't like the way my voice sounds over the playback, so I do apologize for everybody else that's got to listen to it all night long. It's about 3 minutes left here as everybody getting that last minute adjustment in, trying to figure out fuel mileage strategies. If they are going to try to pit for fuel, if they're not going to pit for fuel, and if so, when are they pitting for fuel?
If they gotta come in for fuel, I doubt they will actually, because they should have enough. If they do, I would definitely make sure you do it under a yellow.
Absolutely, because you're going to go at least 3 to 4 laps down, just to top off the tanks under green flag conditions. But these guys have put on some pretty amazing races over the past few weeks. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago we went caution free. Last week we only had one incident for caution. It was early in the race, and we went caution free the rest of the rip. But one of the triple header on tap tonight for Sim Racing Media is Monday Night NASCAR going on right now at Atlanta. And the SCL Cup Series, round number 5 from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Those are both live, so if you're feeling adventurous, pull up the streams in a new tab and kind of follow along with everything that Sim Racing Media has to bring you tonight. As tomorrow night, we've got the SCL Super Late Models, late model stocks at Martinsville, the opening round, race number 3, of the Virginia Triple Crown. The Rickmatech Cup Truck Series will be round number 12 at Iowa, and the nightcap, as we always do on Tuesdays, Western States Racing League, as they bring their season opener. And can you believe they're at 50 seasons already? Holy cats. Season opener at Kentucky tomorrow night for them. And doubleheader on Wednesday night, as we've got the Elite Xfinity Series, round number 5 from Dover, and the Moonshiners Racing League, round number 19 from Hotlanta. And the Grand National Division, the Gen 4s for SCL, they take the round number 5 at Charlotte, along with the Racers Elite Next Gen Series, round number 2 from Dover. We got 5 races to Wednesday to this. Oh no, that's Racers Elite is Thursday. I apologize. So 4 races on tap for 3 tomorrow and 3 on Wednesday. I can math. I promise I can, folks. Hot Lap's getting ready to wind on down. And we've got a full field here tonight. 26 haulers in the infield. Well, in the hauler parking. Well, that was ugly with a capital UG. Pull out the backup car.
Well, good thing we're going into the race. They are able to pull the backup car out.
Absolutely, as we get ready to oops, there we go. As we get ready to pull up the starting field, Mike Ostiak sets quick time. He's going to invert to 8th on the starting grid. Corey Rogers is going to join him in row number 4. Starting up on the point is going to be Kelsey Rogers. He qualified 8th quick. He's going to be joined with Weston Ward up on row number 1. Justin Blackdeer and Jeremy Bingham going to roll it from row number 2. Anthony Danta and Jeff Dillon in row number 3. Corey Rogers and Mike Ostiak, your 2 fastest in the qualifying, going to roll it from row number 4. Zach Coyer and Deegan Smith in row number 5, and rounding out the top half of the field, Brett McCoy and Travis Wright. Corey?
Do what?
Starting grid?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Randy Sargent and Tristan Swanson going to roll it from row number 7. Ed Pompidou, Matt Vady in row number 8. Row 9 is going to see Jeff Rogers and Rick Ward. Christian Angel and Mike Werner in row number 10. Row 11 is going to go to Ken Sorkin and Nick Schumacher. Trent Smith and Eric Wright in row number 12. And you can see just how packed this track gets with 26 drivers. Gleason Smith and Steve Wright rolling off in row number 13. 100 laps of scheduled distance here tonight. No spare tires in the pits. And so these guys are really going to have to mind their P's and Q's here in the early going, because it is going to be very, very easy to butcher those right fronts. The only thing Flitz to say is it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab the sunscreen because it's time to get it on in LA. Race fans, it's show time.
Already on lap number 2. This is going to be a quick one. You see Kelsey Rogers already out to a pretty good, decent lead, about maybe a quarter of a straightaway, which at this track, not very much. And we got a first caution on the track.
Oh, boy. Well, let's see. We might need to change that, but... looks like Steve Wright and Gleason Smith may have gotten into each other. Let's take a look at what's going on here. See him beating and banging towards the front. There's Smith. Oh, wow. 3 wide is never a good idea. Ooh, Nick Schumacher got pointed the wrong way. What happened to Nick? There you see him on the outside, working the 51 of Chris Angel. He's beating and banging with the 57 there. That's Ken Storkton. Oh, just got run over. Eric Wright just sent him around. And that's how quick you go under caution here at the LA Coliseum. I can't say I'm not surprised that it didn't take long for the yellow flag to rear its ugly head. I do need to change one small detail here. There. That should clear things up. As the lights go out on the Chevy Silverado pace truck, the official pace truck of iRacing, getting ready to put lap 7 in the books already. Rogers and Bingham going to lead us back to green. Pace truck is in. Rogers jumps on the loud pedal, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood as here comes Bingham right down to the inside, throws the block on Western Ward. There's a little bit of bumper tag happening at the front of this piece. Oh, Anthony Danta in trouble. Justin Blackdeer getting into him, coming into 4. They keep it pointed straight, even though the concrete's a-flying as they test the integrity of those jersey barriers. Ostiak, fast time in qualifying, working the inside of Blackdeer. That is 7th and 8th right now, picking him up and laying him down. Kelsey Rogers just set fast lap of the event so far, 13.34 from the lead.
Look at this, already in lap traffic in front of Kelsey Rogers. This is going to be a hard task if you catch up and they're side by side. Oh my, look at that. They were about a wreck, not so far ahead of them. And you see it just too wide. You got to make your moves strategically and smartly. Look at this, passing another 34 on the track. 34 versus 34 right there.
Definitely an interesting construct, as we've got 2 number 5s and 2 number 34s here tonight, as the other 34 is the one we're used to seeing in the 34, and that's, oh, we're under caution again. And I don't have it. Okay. Something just happened to the 17. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Corey Rogers here. Something tells me it's going to happen somewhere around him. Oh, yeah. A little bit of the chrome horn coming from the one of Brett McCoy. Sends Rogers around, and he tried to keep it rolling. The only thing is you can't go fast enough backwards not to trigger that yellow flag. Just like that, we're under incident for the second time. So Corey Rogers not having a good time of it. Kelsey Rogers already got some cars a lap down. As a matter of fact, he's already lapped up to 23rd. You got to wonder, is he going to start mixing up his restarts here and hope to catch Jeremy Bingham sleeping? And Corey, you were absolutely right. Just in front of the leaders, just before that caution flew, they were 3 wide. And I'm sorry that unless you're at Talladega or maybe California, Michigan, some places like that that are wide, 3 wide is never a good idea in iRacing.
No, 3 wide around here is like blocking the whole entire track. If you do end up wrecking in a 3 wide situation, there ain't going to be anywhere for anybody else to go. But man, these laps have ticked off quickly. We're already on lap 19 of the 100 in.
And everybody taking the choose cone on the previous lap. Everybody getting into position here for the restart. Lights go out on the pace truck this time by. Weston Ward elected to take the outside restart. Jeremy Bingham going to start right behind right behind Rogers. Jeff Dillon already up into the top 4. Your biggest mover so far is the 91 of Tristan Swanson, running back there in 8th position, sitting +7. Pace truck is in, and here we go. Rogers not getting as good of a getaway that time. Ward had to hold up. Here comes Dillon on the top side.
Now look at this 2 wide behind your race leader between Dillon and Ward. The inside's going to have the best advantage in the longer run, but short run right now, the outside is hanging in. Ward a little bit sideways out of turn 2 there. And can Dillon get clear? If he gets the momentum enough down into a corner entry, he might be able to sneak his way down.
And there he goes. Finally gets the clear coming off of 2. Anthony Danta around. Oh! Well, that brought out a caution. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Danta there. Gets a shot from the 91. There's Bingham catching that inside wall coming through 3 and 4 and just gets flat run over by the 18. And then backs up into oncoming traffic, and poor old Steve Wright catches a race car to the face and then just gets blasted from behind. Well, that didn't take long. As we are under our 3rd caution for incident. And I think race control might have to go single file here just to get us through a good restart. I mean, that would be the safe approach here. So Kelsey Rogers, Jeff Dillon, Weston Ward, Deegan Smith, Jeremy Bingham, Mike Ostiak, Tristan Swanson, Randy Sargent, and Zach Coyer. And Matt Beatty rounding out your top 10 as we currently sit. The guy you're going to want to keep an eye on, though, is back there in 14th. That's Eric White in the 6th. Currently sits plus 10.
So been moving up through the field here, but still, it's a long race, even though you're a quarter of the way through already, a little past a quarter of the way through the race. 28 laps in.
They're going to have to put the lights back on the pace car.
Yeah, they are going to have to extend this caution period here to allow the back of the field to get bunched up and in order.
Yeah, that was Rick Ward who didn't know he had to pass the pace truck. But now lights go out on the pace truck one more time. Kelsey Rogers going to lead us to green. Dillon electing to take the outside lane to see what type of restart he's going to get here. As worked for him last time. Pace truck's in. Rogers pulls the trigger, and we are back underway.
Yeah, look at this. Jeff Dillon, going to have the clearing to get to the inside line. Oh my, look at that behind them, though. Ward was brushing the wall a little bit. It's very dangerous. You get too close to that wall, you get too close to the car, and you see exactly what happened. It forced Deegan Smith to lose a little bit of ground.
Deegan Smith was giving him all he could handle right there, and here comes Ostiak, setting quick time in qualifying, already plus 4 after having to start 8th on the grid. He did invert the top 8 qualifiers, so Ostiak's going to have to do yeoman's work to get up there, but still plenty of time to do it as we're only working lap 33 of 100 here tonight at the LA Coliseum. He's Corey Bodnott. I'm Tony Trapasso. Thank you so much for making this part of your Monday evening. You were watching the King of Cali Race 1 from the LA Coliseum as part of the All-Pro Sim Super Late Model Series, and we are watching some absolute slugfests going on right now. Just outside the top 15, that's Brett McCoy and Travis Wright going door-to-door there. McCoy just cannot get the clears. Finally he does, and here comes Jeff Rogers. Oh, the 51's around.
Oh, and we got a little bit of a traffic jam. And
what are you doing?
We put it in reverse, and
you're killing me, Smalls.
No, we're still hitting people. It's a demolition derby here in turn 4.
Well, watch what happens here. He's going to get punted by the 5 on the next time through turns 1 and 2. And he's trying to tiptoe right now on the inside of Jeff Rogers. Rogers is going to get the run. The 5 is going to send it. And boom, right there, gets into the 51, sends him around. They both get jammed up. And there's your race leader right behind him. And, come on, guys. You're better than this. And turn 2 is a parking lot. It was definitely not what we were hoping to see. As there is your race leader, Kelsey Rogers. And so far led all 38 laps here tonight. And Corey, I dare say, with the amount of cautions we've seen so far, methinks fuel saving is not going to be an issue tonight.
Nah, the fuel probably wasn't even going to be an issue anyways before all these caution laps have been accrued.
And there go the wave around cars, as we should be getting the choose cone next time by. Kelsey Rogers, Jeff Dillon, Weston Ward, Deegan Smith, Mike Ostiak, Jeremy Bingham, Tristan Swanson, Zach Coyer, Matt Vady, and Justin Blackdeer, your top 10. As we currently sit. And there go the lights on the pace car, choose cone in effect. Dillon taking that outside front row again. If he can time it just right, he's going to make it happen. And I don't know what the 18 and the 15 are doing, but somebody needs to get it sorted out quickly. They extend the caution one more lap just to get everybody in order. Hats off to Matt Vady and his crew here tonight. In race control, that is the most difficult job to try to do in a series like this. You know, it's like herding squirrels at times, as I'm sure you can attest to, Corey. I know you've done race control quite a bit for us.
Yeah, I've done race control in my life, and yeah, if it's this short of a track and you got all that kind of action going down on a caution, it's a little bit of a handful.
3 wide there as Deegan Smith wisely jumps on the binders, as Ostiak and Swanson both were getting through there. Right now the battle is for second place between Weston Ward and Jeff Dillon. Ward blows the entry into 3, Dillon blasts him, and here comes Ostiak up into the podium.
All right, now you got the battle going on for 4th. Tristan Swanson really forced the issue on Weston Ward, made the pass nice and easily. So Weston Ward falling back a little bit here. You race leaders, and they're already on the same straightaway as the back of the field. You just catch up so quickly, and anything can happen, especially with how hard you got to lock up. Oh, we got a car around going into the infield. It's the 4. That is somebody good.
Nick Schumacher.
Yeah.
And Ed Pompano's around as we go under caution again. And oh boy, what happened there?
Oh, we got a parking on. We got the traffic jam on the highway.
Boy. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with Justin Black here. It looks like he may have been involved in this one. McCoy right behind him in the 1. The 6 trying to make some headway. Oh, there it is. Wow. And that was the 5 award. So what happened there? Looks like Deegan Smith, Weston Ward, and Jeremy Bingham all getting into it. There you see the 5 award. Bingham all over his back bumper. Bingham can't breathe either because the 15's right on him. Just gets into Ward, and it's a parking lot in turn 3. Oy. We're watching from Ed Pompano in the 01. Now he's going to see it pop off in front of him. He's working the Blackdeer to his inside. And everybody trying to avoid it, and Pompano gets put into the wall on the outside of turn number 3.
So easy to pull a caution out here at the LA Coliseum. It's just so tight and it's so hard to get lined up as you can't really get on the gas too hard under the yellow while trying to form up the rows. That's why race control is having to extend caution periods here. You see him already at the front, doubled up and getting ready. Should be good after this pace lap here. Everybody is lined up. We do have a car in the pit road. It's Randy Sargent, who is 4 laps down.
An interesting dichotomy at the front of this field. Dillon electing to take the outside lane, but so is Ostiak, your quick time award winner here tonight. Both of them electing to take that outside lane, and here comes the 13 of Zach Coyer as well. Green flag is back out. We are back underway, as that is Tristan Swanson in the 91 digging on the inside, and we've got a parking lot again. Brett McCoy pointing the wrong way on the one-way street.
And Jeremy Bingham as well, and contact under yellow between him and Rick Ward.
Well, let's take a look at what happened to bring the caution out, and then we'll go and take a look at Bingham. Just kind of tiptoeing there, and he's going to get stacked up. Justin Blackbeard nowhere to go. Just runs him over from behind, and then you said there was a problem with Bingham got turned as well. And then gets into the 34. Awesome. Well, let's take a look at what happened with Bingham. So Blackbeard's going to get the run. He's going to huck it into turn number 1, get into McCoy, and the 17s run each other over. And Bingham comes out on the losing end of that exchange, and the 34 catches another race car to the face. Well then, if you're playing the at-home drinking game, you're going to need to, well, let's take a look here. This is caution number 6, so bottoms up. And for those of you unfamiliar with the at-home drinking game, every time there's a caution, you take a shot. And if you want to play the pro game, you take a shot for the number of cautions that we're on, and if you don't die of alcohol poisoning, you win. So right now, you're either on shot number 6 or shot number... Oh, don't make me math right now. A lot.
What are you trying to math up here?
We're on caution number 6. If you're playing the pro version of the at-home drinking game, how many shots is that? Where you have to take one shot for every caution that we have, for the number of cautions that we're on. So you took 1 on the first one, 2 on the second one, 3 on the third one, and so on. We're on the 6th caution, and my brain's not working tonight, and I'm stone cold sober.
I don't know. I don't know what that would be. At least 6.
Well, yeah, you're definitely taking at least 6. So let's see, it's 11, 15, 18, 21. And single file restart. And that caught me a little bit off guard, but race control doing what they've got to do, and they did it. Taking a look at this battle back here between Vady and Eric White. It's Vady in the 7, White in the number 6. And then you got Weston Ward in the 5 right there. So 7, 6, 5 in the running order, running 6th, 7th, and 8th currently.
Already a little bit of lap traffic for race leader Kelsey Rogers. You see the 22 riding in 19th, and the number 22 is still on the lead lap, so probably isn't going to give up too hard on letting your race leader get by, which means Kelsey Rogers, he's going to have to at least hold off Jeff Dillon aggressively, or if Jeff Dillon can somehow find a way around on the inside or outside, that would be the most ideal situation. Maybe catch a lucky caution somewhere.
Well, he's going to have to use Black Deer as a pick and pinch Rogers down. Black Deer, he's running with the 51 4 position. That's yeah, it is. Christian Angel and Justin Blackdeer, those guys are running 4 position right now, and they're not going to give up one iota as they now go door to door. As your race leaders are right there knocking. Like, you're knocking, but you can't come in. Where's Cheech Marin when we need him?
I have no clue what that was.
You never seen Cheech and Chong?
No.
Okay. Comedy duo from the 70s. But right now...
I know who they are.
Okay. Rogers, Dillon, Ostiak, Swanson, and Coyer, your top 5 right now. As Ostiak and Coyer go door to door, and oh!
Oh, wow. What was that? It was somebody just...
Ostiak just got wrecked. What was that about?
Sure, it's between Ostiak and Tristan Swanson.
Yeah, Ostiak just he wasn't happy with Swanson beating on him.
The throttle stuck, that's what it is.
Sure.
Yeah, it stuck wide open and conveniently enough hit the one that he wanted to hit.
Well, here's Swanson. So the 57 is going to get the 18 loose. Swanson's going to get into the 18 and then dive up the inside. And Ostiak just turns him. And rage quit. All right, then. Poor Steve Wright catches yet another race car to the face. Unbelievable. Well, they just made the 91's night a whole lot longer.
Yeah, and we're already a 3/4 of the way through this race here. And I'm really the only one liking all these caution flags being burned off on laps. It's Kelsey Rogers, your race leader. Which might like it, might not like it as much, because it gives Jeff Dillon a chance every time they go back green to do a little dive bomb, bump and run into turn 1 to get by. But it does allow the laps to just wind on down a little bit. You can go through the laps pretty quickly. But here we go. Green flag's back out on Rogers. Well onto the throttle, and not going to be too long before they catch back up to the lap traffic, assuming we don't see another caution.
Well, there is lap traffic right in front of them. It's the other 34 that's here tonight in competition. And hats off to Rick Ward. I mean, he's just been plugging away at it and plugging away at it. And McCoy dives to the pits. Looks like he almost got run over there by Ward. And now,
Rogers.
Here we go.
Yeah, Rogers able to get by Ward there. Ward's just trying to get everybody by that he can safely. Rogers, once he catches up to Kenneth Storkson running 2 laps down, he probably won't put up too much of a fight for Rogers. His laps, though, man, they keep on winding out quickly. They are. Never mind. That
You
ends short.
spoke too soon. Mike Berner, what did you do? There you see the 009 Valvoline livery. Old Johnny Benson car. Oh, that's what it was. The 3 got sent. And, Jeremy,
Yeah, and 3 at the time was running 7th.
Yikes. That could have gotten ugly with a capital UG. As, you know what, we're going to go... This is how close it was for Bingham. So it's going to pop off in front of him. As we're on board with Bingham right now. They're 3 wide, which, first of all, doesn't work. And then just... Whew! Another coat of paint, those guys would have been in deep trouble. Good grief. As I'm taking a look at the schedule coming up here, next week we will be on the outer circuit at Irwindale, twin 75s. And they're going to take the combined finish of both 75 lappers to determine your points for that one. And then the following week, we are going to be at the inner quarter mile bull ring at Irwindale. Again, twin 75 lappers. And they're going to combine your finishes. Whoever has the best finish is going to determine your point standings coming out of best combined finish, I should say, is going to determine your outcome there. And then we're still waiting on what the 4th race is going to be here in the King of Cali shootout. But looks like we're going single file again as the lights appear to be out on the pace truck. 15 laps to go. We're going to restart on 14 to go. Pace truck is in, and here we go. Dillon giving Rogers a little bit of the chrome horn there. And here comes Beatty on the outside of Coyer. Beatty and Coyer slugging it out for 3rd place. Coyer on the low side in Integrity Farms, number 13. And he's got his teammate, Matt Beatty, to his outside right now. Beatty, one of your 2 biggest movers. Your big mover is back there right behind him in the form of the number 6, Eric White, who is plus 19. Let that sink in. Locks it up going into 3. White almost gets into Beatty. As we are 11 to go. Kelsey Rogers continues to show the way. And we've got a parking lot.
Right there. Easy. There we go. We got on by.
Great googly moogly.
Weston Ward, though, being turned around as well in this. Kenneth Storkson trying to get turned around. We got a stoppage here on the back straightaway. Still waiting on the field to get by, trying to find the safe opening to get turned around for Storkson. Now when he hits the wall again, doesn't have it in the right gear. Put it in reverse, and...
Good grief.
Still trying to get turned around. I think we got it. He's got it. Can give a round of applause to Kenneth Storkson. Took 2 laps to get it turned around, but he got it turned around, and that's what counts.
Golf clap. And there you see him. He's got the 3 working to his inside. Now, he is a lap car to the 3. And then just gets turned. And we've got a parking lot right in front of your race leader. And then the 6 turns to 5 just for good measure. That's what you were talking about there. And oh! Poor Jeremy Bingham's caught there. He can't do anything. finally gets that thing turned. And, Corey, as much as I love short tracks and driving on short tracks, that's the one problem with tracks like this is there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, on a short track like around here, you definitely can't hide out anywhere. And if you try to hide out, you're going to be found eventually.
Oh, yeah. No, you're definitely going to be found. But we should get a restart here with a 5-lap shootout left in this piece. Overtime is available. But we go into the half mile at Irwindale next week. What are your thoughts going into that one, Corey?
I've seen a race in the super late models at the outer Irwindale, and that should be like a top side type of track for these cars. Going to be completely opposite. Still a little bit of a flat track like around here, but top side variant.
I think that track's only banked like 12 degrees.
We'd have to get confirmation on that beforehand, but
yeah, no, it's not
very low.
And then the following week we're going to be on the Bull Ring. It's the infield oval. That is flat. That's completely flat.
Yeah, just about as flat as you're seeing here. Maybe a little bit more wider than here. I've not really seen a race at the inner track.
Well, with the inner track, you've got the straightaways opened up because they don't block off the outer oval, so you can go up there and hide. But we're back underway with 4 to go. And that battle for third rages on. Vady gets to the inside of Coyer going into 3. Thunderbird up to the podium.
The Thunder Chicken, here he comes.
3 to go. Can Kelsey Rogers hang on?
Rick Ward trying to get out of the way here. 2 to go. We could still see a caution if there were to be a wreck. Kelsey just trying to get to that line as soon as he sees the white flag, which he is going to see right now. And it is over no matter what happens, as long as there is not a wreck in front of him.
We are racing back to checkers. Rogers in command of this one. All he's got to do is keep a dirty side down. Lap car's not going to be a factor. Kelsey Rogers comes home with the opening round victory here at the LA Coliseum. Jeff Dillon, Matt Vady, Zach Coyer, and Eric White rounding out your top 5. But what when we saw racing, it was good racing. Unfortunately, a little caution heavy.
Just a little bit caution heavy. We'll let Rogers do his celebration here. However he chooses to do as.
Oh, with that being said, let's reach out to the other 2 members of our finishing order, starting with one of our 2 biggest movers. Matt, I believe you, Corey, I believe you've got Matt Vady with you now.
Hi, Matt. You got a copy on me?
Yeah, how we doing?
Well, I'm sure you're doing a little bit better than I was up here watching you, but man, top 3 here for you. Just talk us through how you were able to cut your way up through the field.
Just staying out of trouble most of the night. I think I got in a couple bumper tag things, but able to keep her going forward, and that was important tonight. So picked the right lane on the cone the first couple times, was able to get a couple, and kept her going forward.
Absolutely. You kept it going forward throughout the field all night long. You got anybody here you like to thank?
Well, yeah, I want to thank my my grandpa Mitch for every week. He's probably sitting out in his recliner right now. So want to just thank him for watching everybody that runs the league, because we have a lot of really good guys. It's a great group to run with every week. My admins that put it on. And, that's you guys do a really good job with this broadcast. We're glad to have you partnered up with us now for the first 2 segments. We're ready to go for segment 3 starting next week, the Cali King.
Matt, real quick, have we gotten confirmation of what the 4th race is going to be?
Say that again?
The 4th race in the Cali King series.
So that 3rd race is actually get scrapped out because this race here doesn't go towards the Cali King, but the next 2 races are at Irwindale, one at Outer, one at Inner, and then the one that we were supposed to have at Kearns, so we didn't get it yet, is going to just go to Five Flags, and it's not going to be a part of the Cali King.
All right, fair enough.
So just to update you guys, I know that I posted the story. You guys probably were talking about it throughout the night. The points for segment 2, with Corey Rogers finishing where he did, he's going to end up being the segment 2 champion.
I believe I missed that. Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm sorry, I didn't check my notes before we went live, but yeah, congratulations, Corey Rogers.
But yeah, thanks, guys, and Kelsey did a great job tonight.
Absolutely. Is we are now going to reach out to Jeff Dillon, came in runner-up. Jeff, Corey and Tony up in the booth. You got us, sir.
10-4, got you.
Talk us through just how difficult that race was, with all the lap traffic that you guys were having to weave your way through all night.
Yeah, it was pretty it was pretty interesting. The spotters are going crazy. The spotters are nonstop saying slow car on the inside, but just because our speed in the corner, so you're trying to always look in front of you to see what's going on, and it's hard to do. And then once we got single file in those restarts, man, we would run like at least half a lap before the back of the field would take off. So, man, we were catching those guys in no time. So it was trying to be aggressive, but try to race with common sense at the same time. So it was a little finesse there.
What are your thoughts going into the half mile at Irwindale next week for the Twin 75s?
Looking forward to it. I think I missed last year's Alpha race there, so yeah, I think it's been a little bit since I ran there, but I like Irwindale. It's fun. Wide track, so if the inside can make some passes down there and not just stuck on the outside, but yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And the week after that will be something similar to this. So yeah, I think a good couple weeks here.
Yeah, but the only thing is the Bull Ring at Irwindale for the 2 weeks out from now, that track has a little more room to make passes than this one did here tonight.
Oh yeah, and there you can actually see what's going on. Here, these big concrete walls, man. We were compared this to Ben McGray, though. On the infield, you can't see anything. You got these concrete walls, man. You're blind. So
absolutely,
yeah, at least there you can see what's going on. But yeah, hopefully have our top 5 run and actually start having some decent runs.
Jeff, who do you need to thank? Who helps you get it done on the 52?
But thank you guys for on the broadcast and showing the race every week, and all the other admins who do their best to try to keep things straight. I know it's hard to race and be an admin and keep things, want to be competitive, but keep things square at the same time. And all the other drivers. And we got a good number of core group here and here this summertime, and our car counts seem like they're getting bigger. So, and caution's not too bad tonight. So all the drivers are doing a pretty good job. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
All right, Jeff Dillon, congratulations on the podium. We'll see you next week at Irwindale.
Thank you.
And Corey, I believe you got a race winner with you now.
I do. Kelsey, you got a copy on me?
Hey, Corey, what's going on?
Well, man, you led pretty much green to checkered here at the LA Coliseum, bringing him the race win. Just talk us through how you were able to get that done.
Yeah, I think it all started in qualifying. We got pretty lucky and got the invert there, started on the pole, and with all the melee, it was actually more challenging once we went single file because you catch the, Jeff would have a shot at me when I caught the lap traffic there, so that was actually more nerve-wracking than going double file. But the leader, as long as you didn't mess up, you pretty much had it in the bag tonight. You can get a jump and kind of go on those restarts and get enough of a gap till the next one.
Now, as a race leader out there, you were able to catch up to lap traffic rather quickly than what we're used to seeing lap traffic be a thing. Was you worried if you got a longer green flag run, if you started catching up to, say, the top half of the field?
I think that would have maybe been better than just constantly starting, especially once we got off the double file restarts and went single file. If things would have strung out there and gotten a chance to run through, I think maybe I could have built a gap back up. But with the cautions coming back out, it just kept things interesting.
Well, alrighty, man. Either way, you were able to hang in here. You got anybody like to thank?
Yeah, you guys for broadcasting, Matt and everybody for putting on the league. It's a good league, been running for a long time. It seems like car counts are getting bigger and guys are sticking around, so that's always a good thing. Pay to win setups. If you're looking for a setup on iRacing, head over there and check them out.
All right, there you have, folks. Your race winner in the 34, Kelsey Rogers.
Yep, see you guys.
And with that, we put another one in the books. Changing things up for the series here tonight as we just received word Corey Rogers won the Season 2 championship. So he automatically is eligible for the playoffs at the end of the season. And this race not going to count for points towards the King of Cali. But the 4 races that are coming up at Irwindale, with the Twin 75s on the outer track, then the following week were the Twin 75s on the inner track. Corey, that's going to lead to some interesting action.
Yeah, very well could lead to interesting racing, especially get 2 shots at it.
Absolutely. And again, they're going to take the combined finish to determine the points coming out of Irwindale. So your combined finish for both the 75 lappers on the outer track, like say Kelsey Rogers wins one, Matt Vady wins the second one, and Jeff Dillon finishes second in both of them. So Rogers wins, Vady wins, and they go first and third again, with Dillon finishing second in both of them. Just hypothetically speaking here, we're going to have a 3-way tie coming out of the first race at Irwindale. So that's going to be interesting to be mindful of all night. We're going to try to keep you posted on that as the night wears on next week. But taking a look at the finishing order here tonight, Kelsey Rogers, Jeff Dillon, Matt Vady, Zach Coyer, and Eric White rounding out your top 5, with White coming home as your biggest mover at plus 19. Corey Rogers, Season 2 champion, coming home in 6th. Jeff Rogers, it's a Rogers affair here tonight, as we had 3 of them in the field. Kelsey coming home with the victory. Jeff coming home in 7th. Weston Ward in 8th. Tristan Swanson in 9th. Ed Pompano rounding out your top 10. Tegan Smith and Travis Wright rounding out the top half of the field. Corey?
And you had Christian Angel, Anthony Danta, Jeremy Bingham, Justin Blackdeer, Trent Smith, Steve Wright, the last car on the lead lap, Gleason Smith, Michael Berner, both 1 lap down, Brett McCoy, Kenneth Storkson, 4 laps down apiece. Rick Ward called it 6 laps down. Michael Ostidick and Randy Sargent, Nicholas Schumacher, all pretty well just DNF on this race.
And this was definitely a race of attrition. We saw a couple parking lot situations, and that took a couple of heavy hitters out early. Schumacher was showing time in practice. Ostiak set quick time here tonight, comes home in 24th. So who knows what's going to happen when we get to the half mile at Irwindale next week. One thing I can guarantee you that we're going to see is the top line being the preferred line around that half mile bowl, if you will. Fun track. You're in for some great action. Stay tuned for next week. Again, we got the triple header on store for you tomorrow, kicking things off at 8:05 Eastern Time. He's Corey Bodnott. I'm Tony Trapasser. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, until we get a chance to meet again, and as you walk down the road of life this week, do us all a huge favor. Don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.